Hello and welcome to The Sims 4, where in this video I'm building a house next to the pool. Well, that's all for the intro, let's get into it. Now, as you can see, the budget for this house is decently high. So, I'm going to... I think the shape of the first floor is good enough. Time to move on to the second floor. This is quite small, it takes up like little to no space here. I might make it bigger. No, I'm not gonna make it bigger. I'll just give him a big yard. Maybe give him a milkshake too. And there we... Yeah, I caught myself. Enter me out on context, and I'm not saying context right now. I quite like this. This is cute. Cute so far. Watch me ruin it with the roof. Drag this out by one, so it looks like a normal roof in this way. And then push this one inside. That's what he said. Alright. How do I do this exactly? You know what? I'm going to try doing... Nothing gets better if I rotate it. There we go. I just need to get rid of the overhang. Well, I'm going to go ahead and put in the gates before I realize I need to put on base game. Oh yeah, what pack am I going to use for his house? I'll do basement treasures. I haven't done that one yet. Alright. Well, I'm going to go ahead and put in the door and do doors and windows before I move on. And I'm now realizing I don't know where this roof went. Where did this roof go? Oh my god, it is a fence. Oh my god. The fuck is your problem? There we go. You had a problem, and I fixed it. If it doesn't stay fixed, we're gonna have even a bigger problem. Oh my god. Conflicting block clusters of my ass. On to the rest of this house. This is the front. This is the side. This is the back. This is the other side. And I forgot to do the shed. This is the front. This is the side. This is the back. And this is the other side. I didn't forget anything else, I don't think. Well, I'm going to prepay for some things. That way I know what I can and can't afford while I'm inside building. I think this is a bit ugly, but I'll ignore it for now. Actually, when it comes to this one, I can just kind of like do this. This one doesn't need to be as restricted as this one does. Alright, let's go ahead and paint the outside walls, then we'll go inside. And there we go, I have all this stuff prepaid for. So, let's move inside. I'll get the floor plan down and I'll do some other stuff and whatever I'm thinking I need to do. I'll just floor plan it and I'll probably cut to whenever I'm done with the floor plan. Because we're going to be silent most of it. Alright, I'm back and as you can see I have it laid out and there are no lights yet. God, I'll put that in a second after I explain. Actually, I'll put it down while I explain. That if the video does seem a bit different, it's because I just realized that the recording might be choppy because of the encoding settings. Because, you know, OBS is encoding warding that comes down at the bottom. So I did change the encoding settings. If it looks better or worse, you can let me know, and I will change it back if it looks worse. I'm going to go ahead and put in some temporary placeholder stuff. Alright, 20k to decorate an entire house. Let's get on with it, starting with the kitchen. Of course, I'm going to use, like, better appliances in the last area. I might as well. I'm going to swap these two. Beige and blue. And that's the kitchen. On to the living room. Yes, I should have given this house a basement, but I'm not going back and changing that. Does this come with a chair? Okay, it does come with a chair. The best seat in the house. But forget about this. I know a chair that looks like this IRL. Alright. I will put more in this room if I can afford to. For now, I will move on to the dining room. And of course you can't live without a plant on the table. If you don't have a plant on your dining table, you'd be a monster. It keeps the peace. It keeps the vibes up. Even a fake plant does well. You know what? Good enough. Good enough. We're moving on to the upstairs. I'll do the tiles and wallpapers later. There we go. The first one of the video. And I'm 50 minutes into recording on the dot. At least it's not at the start of recording. At least that's the first time I said it. To my knowledge, I might have said it without thinking. It looks like this time we can afford the second best bed. Ooh. Jesus Christ, it sounded like a ghost orgasm. You know what? To help me with the bed, decide on which bed I'm going to do, I'm going to do the rug first. Is there any bed that matches well with this? Ooh, this does. I like that. Put that there. Why are you? Don't do that. I'll also put an ottoman at the end. Oh. Do I want to put an ottoman at the end of this? It looks well enough. That doesn't fit. That fits. I'll go ahead and put the mirror in here since I plan to use it for this room. But I don't know what I'm going to do for this room yet. I haven't done a toddler's room at all yet. Maybe this can be a toddler's room. This can't be a toddler's room. We have the mirror in here. Imagine you put this big mirror in a toddler's room. That toddler is going to knock it over on top of themselves, and they're going to become a domino in whatever sort of domino thing this mirror is going to start. It's expensive, but it fits. I guess we'll do a kid's room then. I like the orange and white tones inside this room. Of course, we'll put the nightlight above it. And what other lamps are there? Kid lamps that just stand. Does this have an orange? Oh, this does have an orange. Alright! And so far, we're done. I'm going to do the wallpaper and then see if I have any money left over for decoration. But first, I realized I need a computer in this house. So I'll give them the cheapest one. We don't need a splurge on computer. And I'm done. We'll immediately get into the tour too. As you can see, this is the front of the house. Not much to it. This is the entryway. There's nothing in the corner I'm in, by the way. This is the living room. Has quite the old look to it. This is the kitchen. I almost said dining room. I probably could have put a dishwasher in here, but that's just wasted money for this house. Your Sims are good enough at washing it by hand. There's also some boxes under the stairs. I thought it would be a nice detail. This is the dining room. You'd be a monster if you didn't have a plant on the table. There's also some painting on the wall. There's also some paintings on the wall, correction. And that's all for downstairs. Let's go upstairs. This is upstairs, like directly above the stairs. There's not much to see here, is there? To the right is the bathroom, which I realized I forgot during planning and put in the last moment. There's not much here. It doesn't seem that comfortable, but it's definitely a good bathroom. Straight across is the primary bedroom. As you can see, there's a balcony right over there, and I forgot to paint the balcony. I'm not changing this house, I'm not changing it. That can stay as concrete. And of course the obligatory tissues on the desk. Makes this house feel more realistic, doesn't it? Of course the view from the backyard is okay. You can spy into the pool, you can see everything down here, and whenever you get a bit richer, you can put in some plants and you can look at whatever plants you have right there. You can only one bed here. And if we go to this side of the room, you can see it doesn't look much better from this side. Broken lamp, you have a singular painting, you have that up there. It's a small room, but it's kind of like it has a comfy vibe to it, kind of. Like, you know that leather couch is a bit rough, but it's also fun to sit in. Now, it's in the front yard. We've seen all the rooms inside the house. Let's go and check out the backyard. This is the backyard. Yep. You got the trash can right there. That's a wrong painted tile. God. Why is that tile painted wrong? You know what? Who cares at this point? I'll fix it and then resave it. Because you know what? I might as well. You know, I'll do that now. I'm back. And there is a minor difference. I fixed that. I put some flooring up there. And I had to sell the windows on the other side of the shed to do that. But you know, it's fine. And I also put a tree over there since it has some leftover money. Speaking of shed, also the other gate's over there, by the way. Speaking of shed, so this is a shed. Welcome. I feel like if you went in here, the door would be locked behind you. But unfortunately, I did not lock the door for this, and I wouldn't know how to show I locked the door for this, or like, you know, and exiting first person mode. Well, that's the end of the video. If you enjoyed the video, please do make sure to like and subscribe. And, well, that's it. Bye.